let's give you a little bit of background. Welcome, everyone. It's great to be here again. So, Aftermath Islands is an open world. It's a big idea, but it's an open world built on Unreal Engine 5 using GPU cloud servers and pixel streaming. What does that all mean? It means we're going to give you an experience that is high resolution console type gaming and graphics without any download on any machine. You don't have to download anything. So it's not like a situation where, sorry, I've got this stuff going on. I'm trying to see if I can mute. There we go. Sorry, I'm getting feedback as Twitch opened up. But it's not like anything you've seen before. It's high resolution. But we also have a feed or play to earn game that is free, where you can collect resources, turn those resources into NFTs, and those NFTs will be able to be used to create items and all kinds of great recipes inside Aftermath Island. So and sorry, I should give you a little bit of background on ourselves. So Rob and I have worked together for 1,000 years, almost. And we've always been at the forefront of development, whether it's Web 1, Web 2, or Web 3. And we've worked for many great organizations doing projects for Marvel movies, doing projects for the movie Frozen, John Wick, Steven Spielberg's group. We've worked with most of the major sports agencies. In fact, we did the first online chats for F1 racing in 1998. So we've been around a long time. So we've seen everything. Our company focuses on three key areas, really. One is digital identity. Now, we want to make sure Web3 is backed by the fact that you should own, manage, and control your own identity. So we have a technology that allows you to remain anonymous, but still prove that you're a real person. And it's not token based. It moves seamlessly between the real world and the online world. That's the first part. We connect all of that to avatars. So one user, one account inside, and your avatar becomes your proxy for things that you do within our world environment. And lastly, we have our open world environment called Aftermath Islands, which allows you to work, allows you to play, allows you to learn, allows you to earn, be entertained, create, and socialize. And it's all free. So without further ado, I think Rob Cole, our head of our gaming and technology, is going to show you on the screen. He's going to show you our feeder product called Alcott.
Yeah, I can jump back over to it. Okay, so this is the Lost Kingdom of Tessara. The Lost Kingdom of Tessara is 7 islands, and you start on island 1, and as you progress, you can upgrade and open up the additional islands. Each island has its own set of resources, and these are resources that can be used in game. So on island 1, for example, is the fruits that I would need for crafting foods. And foods would give us health. Foods could be, crafted into a pie, and a pie could give you X number of health, and that X number, those pies could be sold to other players, to keep an economy going, and then you could use those loons in order to sell, how gaming works, right? So this is the feeder platform that is providing those resources that are going to start up our metaverse. So you can see that I have collected 1,196 green apples of the 1,000 required to get an NFT, and I simply click get an NFT. And in about 30 seconds, an NFT will appear in my Wax wallet, which I'll later be able to retrieve. So while we're waiting for that, I can go through and I can upgrade my islands. So my stamina is how fast I click this button, how long I can click the button, what the values of the resources are, how fast my little guys, we call them minions, move, how fast they mine, how much they can carry, and then I can upgrade my minions to have to be faster, to carry more. I can control them, say I'd like them to sell, and while I'm talking, we can see the NFT has just popped up. So the NFT can now be viewed in my Wax wallet. So if I jumped over to Atomic Hub right now, I'd see that in my wallet or in my cloud wallet. We've done 5. Our players have minted 5 million NFTs so far that they will bring into the metaverse
Wow.
yeah.
That's 5 million since late October, and
Yeah,
that
so you're
represents over.
rapidly minting these things. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and that's over. Our users have collected over 4 billion resources, and it's all free. We don't charge you for gas. We don't charge you for anything. You come in and you play this. But to play this, you have to have what we call Liquid Avatar's mobile app. You have to download the Liquid Avatar mobile app and prove that you're a real person, and then sign in with that app to get into our platform. So there's no username, no password. That's the benefit of real digital identity or a digital footprint, is you'll create what's called a Meta Park Pass, and you will be able to get in, and we will know that you're one user that has one account. No fake accounts, no dupe accounts, no bots.
Fair for everybody.
It's really important.
Mm-hmm.
Fair for everybody. Yep.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so there's a lot of stuff going on here. If anybody got questions, but as you see here, they have a really robust, very, very high quality metaverse. Like he's walking around, lots of stuff to do in this place, and then you have your play to earn game inside there to earn all those NFTs. But also to enter the whole thing, like they're saying, you have to use this Liquid IV app, which uses facial recognition to get in there. So there's actually no KYC. It's actually a lot better more secure than having things like passwords and KYC. They don't take that info from you, but it's a human verification. Every single avatar inside the place is a unique, real person that's engaging with everybody. You don't have to worry
Except
about
the NPCs. Except the NPCs.
the NPCs, okay, but you don't have to worry about the multi accounting people and manipulating.
Well, the other thing you don't have to worry about, and again, we're doing our best to create this assurance, is you don't have to worry about phishing, fraud, scams. If you're ever banned because you've done something really wrong in our system, you can't come back. And that's not a threat. That's a safety measure. So if somebody is being a real bad actor, and they're asked to leave the system, they can't come back because they don't have another face. They can't open up a new account because there's no username and password.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and everything we do is browser based. There's nothing to download. It's not an app you have to download. It's not another thing that you have to manage. You go to the URL, you sign in, and you're done.
Boom.
And because you used your Meta Park Pass through the Liquid Avatar mobile app, we know that it's you. We know it's the person that's assigned to that account.
We know you're that string of numbers. We don't know who you are at all.
Right.
We just know that you are. Our game recognizes you as a string of numbers in a particular region that has attested to a certain age.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, so I want to just unpack that for a sec. When you sign up for the Liquid Avatar mobile app, we do facial recognition and keep a facial map. We do device verification, and then we do you tell us how old you are. Now, don't get cute, because we use artificial intelligence to verify your age against your facial recognition. So, and we assign it a confidence score, and that confidence score can follow you. So we're talking today, we have not implemented this, that if you say, let's say you're 40 and you say you're 18, that will give you a low confidence score. Or you're 30 and you say you're 50, it'll give you a low confidence score. You may have a box beside your name in the platform that is colored red because the confidence to everyone else is low. So we don't do KYC because KYC is too much information. Your personal information is yours and you own it. So that's too much information to ask for just to play inside the metaverse. Now, if there are areas that have certain restrictions, either geographically or by age, we then may ask you to create a KYC credential inside the Liquid Avatar mobile app that you can present that says you meet those qualifications. But it allows you to manage, control, and own all your personal data. Really important. That is the backbone of Web3. All this wonderful blockchain stuff, which we use blockchain to manage identity, but all these wonderful things about blockchain is at the core principles is that Web3 should fix the sins of the past by allowing you to manage and control your identity, not a corporation or website. I think that's really important. And that's where we started. And then we built this fantastic, metaverse and feeder game, play to earn feeder game all around that. And we're going to be adding more islands and more things to do, and tournaments and games, and corporations can work and collaborate in our environment. And they can be assured that you belong to their corporation by giving you a credential inside your Liquid Avatar mobile app that says, yep, I work for that company. I can be in that collaborative space. So this is the beginning of the way that the next generation of the web will work. Also, where Rob is right now, we have connected Chat GPT. I think we're just connecting 4 now. We had 3 and we're connecting 4, where we can create customer service reps, subject matter experts, educational opportunities, all built around a tuned artificial intelligence response, not an open fire hose, but a tuned response. So you'll be able to learn things, do things, talk to companies. We can also connect to any Web 2 asset. So if we can have somebody standing there talking about a game, click on a button, and another browser window opens, or browser tab opens next to Aftermath Islands, because it is a browser inside a browser, and you can go right to that game without ever leaving the metaverse. You can switch back and forth on tabs. Rob's doing that right now. So he's gone to Fluffy Bunny Coffee. He's clicked on it. Fluffy Bunny Coffee store opens up, but Rob has never left the metaverse. If he clicks the adjacent tab right next to it, he's back in the metaverse. So for those that have businesses, we can create stores. We can sell digital products, physical products, phygital products. We can link to information services, governments, corporations. All that can now happen inside the metaverse. So we're like a blended bridge between Web 2 and Web 3 with all the goodies that you want. Any questions? Any comments?
Nice, that's a lot, and there's a lot to do in the metaverse in there that you haven't covered yet, and a lot to come in the future. But back to the proof of what do you call it? Proof of
humanity.
Proof of humanity. Can May explain a little more how it has the power to keep you anonymous and prove you're human at the same time? As
Absolutely. So let me use an example. I'm going to start with an example that has become very relevant again. And for anyone who's ever used a debit card and bought something in a store, inside a store. So you go to the store, the cashier rings up the purchase and you say, I want to use my debit card. So I'm going to say 99% of debit cards around the world use a chip. Put the card in the reader, the chip comes up, and you start a process. You've now connected yourself anonymously. The cashier doesn't know who you are. You've connected yourself anonymously to a network that allows you, the verifier, the people who want to verify that you're good for that money, being the store, and your financial institution who issued that card. You connected the 3 points together. It's a triangle. It's you as the card holder, the verifier, the store, and the issuer of that credential, being the card, the bank. And inside that processing network, information flows back and forth, basically at the speed of light, let's say. And eventually, the system comes back and says, hey, we think you're David because you've got David's card. Could you do us a favor and please, or can you please put in your PIN? So I type in my PIN. It says I've got enough money in my account, hopefully, to make that purchase. And then the store says, we're accepting this. Cashier presses a button on the cash register and the transaction is completed. As soon as that transaction is completed, that triangle disappears. And Breakman, we're all familiar with that, right? We do it once, twice, 3 times a week, depending if we get out of the house. We always do that. Mm-hmm. So our identity works the same way. We don't need to know who you are because you've already qualified at the Liquid Avatar mobile app. Now, just because we're sort of the same companies, but think of us as a separate company from the Liquid Avatar mobile app. We're using that mobile app and the Meta Park Pass to when you come in to say, hey, present us with your debit card, your card that says you're a real person. We decide that we want to accept it based on the fact that you can verify that credential. So we don't need to know who you are because Liquid Avatar mobile app has already verified you and put you on the blockchain. We just need to know that we can take that verification and use it. So at that point, we just know you're a real person because we trust, and we're part of the authentication network for the Meta Park Pass. So it's simple. It's like using a debit card in the real world. Your Meta Park Pass becomes your debit card. I don't need to know who you are. I just need to know you're good for the challenge and that verification. And it's a single user can only have one Meta Park Pass because you only have one set of biometrics. So we've taken the need out to do KYC because KYC half the time isn't even done properly, right? You take a picture of your passport and you send it over to someone. That's not KYC at all. KYC is verifying that entire process using traditional means to do that. For us, it's very simple. We just want to know through the Liquid Avatar mobile app that you've got a Meta Park Pass, and then we can be assured that you're a real person. Brakeman, does that make sense?
Yeah, thanks for explaining it that way in more depth. I hope that answers some more questions too. Kino says, so no bot farms. That's right. No bot farms.
No bot farms.
Unique people only. That's right. You do need a phone and an app to do it, though, right? But I guess most people have.
Right. You need a face, and you need a phone, and you need presumably your own face because people who, and we've already caught people trying to break the system or to scam the system, and they've been banned and they never can come back. And we have a very fair process. We talk about fair play. Everything we do is based on what we call fair play, the ability for individuals to be able to act responsibly and accountable to others. If you think about the real world, I often say this: if I said to you this afternoon, and most people would say no to this, people who are being cute would joke about it. But if I asked you to enter a darkened room in the real world, 30 people are in that room. You don't know if they're good. You don't know if they're bad. You don't know if they could hurt you. You don't know any of this. And they're all in costume. And I'm going to ask you to enter that real world, enter that real world room filled with these 30 people who could be really bad actors. Would you enter that room willingly? Would you be comfortable if you entered that room? The answer for most people is no. However, when we're online, we don't know who anyone is. We don't know if they're a real person. We don't know if they're a bad actor. We don't know if they're, especially, for those who have kids or have nieces and nephews. Think about it. There's been some recent articles in social media about some of the other platforms that are doing their best to try and make sure that people are good people. They're still using usernames and passwords. And predators are showing up and having young people move to other platforms by grooming them inside that platform. So at the end of the day, the internet was not designed so everybody could cheat everyone, or everybody could bot farm, or everybody could get away with nefarious activities. It should be an environment where we believe should be responsible and accountable to everyone in that network. That way we can move forward on a positive note, not have to worry about the negatives that are going on online. I mean, we've all been bullied online. I bet you we all have. Or people say things that they never say to our face, but because they can hide behind a username, they'll say whatever they want and think they're quote unquote big men on campus, right? We're taking that out of the equation and saying, we want you to play fairly. We want you to have a great time. We will give you the best that we can offer you, but you've got to play fair and you've got to treat others as you would want to be treated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well said. How do you go, or how have you gone beating the lag situation on the servers? How is it so fast and works where you're just on a browser?
Yeah, this took a. When we show this on Zoom, there is some latency because of Zoom, but when we show it as a second camera, there isn't, because it depends on Rob's working from his home internet signal. It's browser based. We work the team we work with at AWS has been phenomenal. We started working with AWS about 6 months ago, and maybe even a little bit, no, maybe 7 months ago, and we've been fine tuning this solution. We've got a lot of expertise in the industry. We've been around and we worked for major corporations in our own businesses. And so we've solved a lot of the lag problem. Latency comes up based on your internet service, not based on our ability to push.
So,
Rob, would that be a fair answer?
sure. So, to further how the technology, we're basically what we use is called pixel streaming or GPU cloud streaming. And instead of a user having to, Elden Ring download gigs and gigs and gigs and gigs of graphic files and then expected to have a gigantic machine to run these graphic files. Well, instead, what we do is we set up the instance for the user. So when you come to play.aftermathislands.com, we will uh, basically start up a machine like one you could purchase, and we run it for you. So that we've got gigantic GPU machines that you don't have to purchase. We've done all that. We're doing all the graphic rendering, and then you're watching that through your browser, and you're interacting like that through your browser, much like Netflix streams you a video, and then you can hit pause or play or choose a different video. So we're saying, okay, here's the graphic interface, and then you use your mouse and your WASD keys and control your avatar through it, and click the E key to interact with something, G key for gestures, and it's sent out to that computer. So that means that the resources, unlike Unity games, for example, which are low res because they are using your machine resources. Being a pixel streamed game means that I can play on my phone, I can play on my 5-year-old laptop, I can play on basically anything that has a decent internet connection.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Oops.
Thanks for that explanation. That's great. It's great.
And if I might add, we integrate with Ready Player Me, so which integrates with thousands of other applications. So you're going to be able to acquire from us special skins and special outfits and special items that may be able to be used in other platforms as well.
Nice. Yeah, the Ready Player Me is the how you're getting your avatar, how they look, and it can be used in other places.
Yep.
6,500 other places.
6,500 other places. That's great.
That's
A question concerning security. So if you're doing your humanity and you're scanning your face, how is that being secure on your servers? The data and the image.
It's all cloud based. It's in your account. You manage it. We just reference it. This is your data, not our data. And we follow GDPR and all the standards, and we use facial mapping. We don't after everything's verified, we don't long term retain any of the photo images. It's all facial mapping.
It is blockchain based, and Liquid Avatar has that information. The games that use that app don't get that information.
Nope.
You're only supplying what that game requires, and our Aftermath Islands and Liquid Avatar only require that you're a person. So we need that you have a single account. That's a MetaPark Pass, and we are taking the tested date of birth and the region that you're in. Just so that, and those two pieces of information, it's the only information we're taking, and that is to keep our players safe. You're a single person. The attested date of birth is so that we can keep the 50-year-olds away from the 13-year-olds, for example, right? If maybe there's areas there that are a little more racy than other areas that we might want to keep the young ones out, or maybe there's a kids-only zone that we want to keep the older ones out. And then the region is just simply so that we have some demographics to be able to make sure that we have all those GPU servers spun up in the appropriate areas. If we have a large population that's in Europe, we're definitely going to want to be spinning up the GPU servers over in Europe to reduce that latency to your browser.
Okay, great.
So at the end of the day, we're not keeping any of that data. So and again, here becomes a really cool part. Merchants or businesses might ask you for data when you're inside our application or platform, and you can then give them temporarily certain information if they're willing to give you something in return. So your data now has value. right? So it's not, you're not giving up stuff just for the sake of giving it up and everybody else uses it for free. Your data is going to have value and you'll choose what you do with that data.
Great. And anybody can learn more at the Liquid Avatar websites, right? There's probably a lot more details on how
Yeah,
it all works there.
liquidavatar.com.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
liquidavatar.com. There's a new site just about ready to come out. So liquidavatar.com, aftermathislands.com. Pretty simple. You can actually, what Rob is doing right now, you can go to play.aftermathislands.com. I'm going to just put that up right now. And this is the early stage version. The beta version with digital identity is coming shortly. So play.aftermathislands.com. And yeah, so the whole idea is we're here to show you what we're doing, not what we're thinking about doing or what we might do one day. This is what we're doing now. So we're giving you, we're sort of opening up the kimono and giving you full, access to everything that we've got. You can go to, if you want to, play.elcott.io if you want to join our game to earn NFTs. And if you give me one sec, I'm going to also put in the chat. Just give me one sec.
When you're in the play.aftermath and you're running with your avatar, you can simply walk up to Lost Kingdom of Tessara spinnery guy here and press E. It'll take you right over to the website where you can find out all the information about Lost Kingdom of Tessara.
Yeah, can you maybe...
and you can join our...
Join what?
Sorry, I popped in our Discord server as well if anybody wants to join.
Very active Discord server if anybody wants to really dive in more. Our great community. Can you go over some more things that either can be done now or in the future? Or maybe even show some visuals from your sizzle reel if you want. Just we talked a bit about
Rob,
the proof of humanity and stuff. There's more you can learn if you're curious about that end, but there's a lot that's possible inside the metaverse. Also the karaoke thing you guys got going on, if you can cover that stuff.
Yeah. I'll talk about that for sure. So the way that we've built Aftermath Islands, where Rob is right now, is called our clubhouse. It's our newbie island. It's the place that you start. If you come in, and today you'll come in, and a lot of the features aren't activated. In the next version, which comes out very, very shortly, we're getting ready to go to production on this. You'll be able to sign in with your Liquid Avatar mobile app or as a guest. If you sign with your Liquid Avatar mobile app, you'll have full access to the clubhouse zone. If you sign in as a guest, you won't be able to chat or do things because, again, we don't want you running around, creating havoc. If you're a guest, you want full access, you do that. And if you're a member of the Aftermath Islands Explorers League, there is going to be a secret area after the beta is available, an underground that you can go to. So there's lots of things that you're going to be able to do here. We're setting up a pavilion where you can go and there'll be events, there'll be opportunities to do all kinds of things in the clubhouse and travel to some of the islands that we are building. And we've got approximately 40 different islands already underway and in development. But the next island that's going to open up, again, as part of our early stage testing, is going to be called the Playground. And the Playground is a large island that will have basically a little zone for each of our other islands. So you can learn how to do things, you can learn how to craft, you can learn the nuances of how gameplay will work in all the different islands and sort of try it before you want to do anything on the islands. You can buy land on all these islands, and land for us starts as low as $35 US for 1,000 square meter plot of land. So it's a large plot of land. And we'll have hover bikes and flying horses and all kinds of great things that you're going to be able to do all for free. But the reason we offer free, we do need you to try over time and spend a little bit of money because we have to pay for the services. We have not gone out and created a token. We have not gone out and raised a ton of money. So we're doing this on a bootstrap basis and looking to grow it extensively. We've already got great partnerships coming to the table. And, some of our islands, we have Survival Island, where we're currently looking at building a survival tournament game similar to the concepts around that you'd play in something like Battle Royale. And we're very familiar with that platform in Fortnite. And or you could we're looking at battle bots, creating your own robots to battle against each other, or other types of games and arcades, as well as you'll be able to shop at various merchants for digital items. You'll be able to create your own items, and as Rob said earlier, sell them to other players, or give them back, or sell them back to the marketplace. There's lots that you're going to be able to do, but we want to create this as an open world where you can live your best virtual life.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Yeah, your best virtual life on blockchain. Everything, all these NFTs and everything. They're cool.
And we're going to allow for interoperability. So different collections, utility collections from different creators and different chains will be able to be used. And we've got a creator program for those that want to create original items, and what we call a dev shard program for those that want to create original items and then sell them and take them back in fiat. So we have all kinds of different programs. The other thing too is we are not at VR yet. We don't think that VR can fully emulate what we're doing yet, because again, we're the bridge between 2 and 3, Web 2 and 3. And until we believe headsets are much more affordable, are portable, you can walk outside your front door with them on and not fear that you'll trip down the steps or walk into a tree or get hit by a car or a bus. That's when we'll start to add things like VR. But we could connect very easily using a link inside platform or an embassy or connection point to a VR platform. So while we don't offer it directly ourselves, we can have interoperable blockchain-based connections. We can connect to other platforms, other games, other opportunities, guilds. There's so many things we can do inside of Aftermath Islands.
Because we're browser-based, and VR headsets have browsers in them, it wouldn't even have to be a download. It would all we need to do is tie the controls. We already have the view.
Awesome.
So.
Yeah, so lots of stuff that could come in the future for sure.
Yeah.
Did you want to? If we're gonna have a drop in 5 minutes for the magic potion, but before that gets here, how about you bring up your sizzle reel and just like cycle through that the dance, like some of those features?
Oh yeah, things? We want to talk. I'm sorry, we want to talk about meta karaoke before we do that. But there is a question in the chat here. Could I, in theory, buy a land and stream video to it? Potentially, the answer is yes, if you have all the right things to do that. The answer is sure, you could do that, as long as it's a flow through. We'd likely be able to do that. So it's not a challenge. One of the things that we're building or contemplate building, we've already got specced out, is something called meta karaoke, and this is the ability to have your avatar, yourself on one screen, look at a song, listen to the music, and sing into your microphone, and your avatar will perform on stage. So we're going to create meta karaoke leagues. That will be a paid for service because it is brand new. It is something that we've got to launch with other parties to make work. But it should be a heck of a lot of fun. And we're going to have leagues and prizes. And as I said earlier, we're going to have tournaments where you can, there'll be a participation fee and you can win prizes, and there'll be sponsored prizes. We've got a lot of things planned, all in high resolution gaming base. In our bot programs, you're going to be able to create your own bots, improve them, do things with them, and then battle them in an arena. So, and that's only a tiny portion of what we're going to do. This is why we want to create your best virtual life, a place that you want to come to every day. Rob, I think you're going to show that. This is meta karaoke. This is meta karaoke. No. Where someone sings and their avatar action, voices flows through music and words or the song.
Nice.
So you're a tough guy, like it really
Any other
rough
questions?
guy.
Any
Just
other
can't
questions?
get enough guy, just always a bad guy. I'm that bad type, make your mama sad type, make your girlfriend mad type, I seduce your dad type. I'm the bad guy. Duh.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, we really focused. Yes, we wanted to create an experience that what everybody was used to. We didn't want to create an experience that was low resolution or voxel-based graphics because one of our big things is to look at where brands want to go and organizations want to go. If you want to watch a pair of kicks, if you want to buy a pair of kicks, you want to make sure they look like the original. You want an outfit that looks really super cool.
I was having some IT issues and getting some feedback, but I think I'm all right now.
Oh, okay, cool.
Awesome. Yeah, very, very cool demo of everything, overview of everything. Anybody got questions, you can still throw them in. Let's take a quick break, all right? Let's take a quick break and take a look at the magic potion drop that's happening in 2 minutes. So right here, I'm going to drop the link to that. This is the first magic potion of the weekend. There's 20 total. They're all 2 wax each. This first one is from our collection, ConsumerBreak. It's going to drop in 2 minutes. It's uncapped for the whole weekend, but we're just, as they drop, we're going to do it live, just like a minute or two each hour. It happens hourly. So if anybody wants first mints, like this is the first mints race. Otherwise, you can get it later. And then if you do collect all 20 of them, which will be dropping hourly today and tomorrow, if you collect all 20 of them, you'll be able to blend them all on Sunday to a legendary magic scepter, which that art is not released yet, but it will be coming. So here we go. It looks like we're at 34 seconds left on it. And we'll just look at the first mints, see who's got them, and that's it. And then it'll be open and live. But other than that, we'll still be here for 15 more minutes with Aftermath Islands. And if you guys had any questions for them, you can still ask it. And don't forget about the bounty block giveaway as well. It's pinned on the Twitch and it's in the chat. So you have 10 minutes to enter that one. All right, boom. There's the bounty block there. All right, and they're off. The first magic potions are dropped. All right, 16, cool. 18 sold. Fantastic. There you go. I'm not going to continue watching it, but there you go. The first people have their potions every hour from now until the rest of the day, as far as the events go. So for like 12 more hours, there'll be a new one each hour, and I'll post the drop each time. All right, I have your screen share up again. Whoops. So yeah, he's showing this there. So some cool visuals right there. You saw how you can like customize your avatar with an actual image to make him look like a real person. You got this, look, they're playing soccer in the future. They got some medieval lands going on. And then the karaoke we just saw a minute ago, where the avatar's mouth will actually move, how you're, like right there, how it's showing, how your mouth is moving. How cool is that, right? We could all hang out in the metaverse in the future, in the near future. Exciting.
Yeah, I think Banjo's got his microphone open.
So, somebody does. That's where the feedback is. Yeah, if you're not talking, if you could please mute your mic.
Yeah, it's kind of tough. That's really, you know, we've got so much planned and so much in production.
And we're so
pretty
close.
Amazing.
We've got so much already done, and we're just really starting to open up the areas. Communication, inventory. account management, all that is literally imminent.
Yeah, if
Awesome.
you join our Discord server, we have an AMA every Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern, where we talk about where we are, what we're doing, and we have a very, very, very active community. I can see some of our community members here today. So it's really worthwhile to join. There's, we're very helpful. We've got, if you want to play Lost Kingdom of Zasara or Elcott, there's lots of opportunity to talk to others and find out how to optimize your gameplay. We've got some great ambassadors. We've done this as not as a DAO, because there's been, DAOs are great. Don't get me wrong, DAOs are great, but you still need a lot of guidance and somebody to bootstrap the company. And so we have a very active community. We have an organization that's run by a couple of our members called SAIL, Society of Aftermath Islands Landowners, and they do events every week inside our clubhouse. So it's really an amazing group of people. We've got over 10,000 people registered on our Discord channel, and we've got hundreds of active comments daily. I mean, it's active, really,
and they're
really
fun.
active.
They're very fun people.
Yeah, and they're gamers. A lot of these people are gamers. I mean, it's not we don't, unlike other platforms, to be candid, we're not token. We're promoting a platform that can grow. There will be in-game currency that you can earn and spend, and again, you can earn free NFTs through Lost Kingdom of Tessara or Elcott, which will be used inside the Aftermath Islands platform. That gives you opportunities to trade those in for our in-game currency called loons, and go from there.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a great glimpse, great demo. Thanks for answering the questions. There's still 5 minutes left into the bounty block. If anybody else still has more questions, feel free. And like they say, they got a nice, vibrant community in Discord. So that's where you'll really, if you're interested and you want to dig in, maybe enter the metaverse, start playing around in there. They said it's free. You just need a browser, log in, and you can even play Elcott and start earning a bunch of free NFTs, a whole bunch of NFTs just for playing. The link of the bounty block, it was pinned. Hold on, I'll get you. Crackneck Nork, thanks for joining us. There it is.
That's a member of our community right there.
There you go. This bounty block has a common pin from NFTOPIA. If you guys wanted to add prizes, you could. You have to tell me like right now. Otherwise, it'll just be the one common pin. And look at that. Like the second hour of the first day of NFTOPIA, we're jam-packed. We got a booth completely packed with people, 34, 35 people. The Twitch has 69 viewers. Nice. This is quite a bit more than at this time in January, so I thank you everybody for being here. This is awesome. The marathon is only starting. We're going to be here all day and also all day tomorrow and Sunday. And if you're in the Twitch and you're not in the space, you can come over bit.ly/NFTOPIA2, like it says above there, if you can get your computer to get you in there. Not everybody can, but if you can, feel free to come join, enter the metaverse, come to the booth, and you can even hook up voice and cam if you want and be a part of the voice conversation. We welcome you. We welcome you to do that.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How's it going?
Give me a message.
Looks like we got 3 minutes left on the bounty block. Last call to get in that one. And then as soon as it's over, I will draw the winner. We'll announce the winner. And then we'll head to the next spot, which will be Pinup Warlords. I think also in this hall.
Was that Peter Potts from Walmart?
Yeah, they're in this hall. So we'll just walk right over there here when we're done.
Yeah, this has been a great event. Thank you so much for having us here today.
Of course, thank you for participating. Of course, getting that booth. Did you guys? I guess let's cover Nuvo real quick. You guys put your link in the slide? I haven't checked the slides yet.
Yeah, I put it in the chat here. I put our links in the chat here.
Okay.
And again, you can join our Discord channel. Feel free. And again, I'll keep it.
Yeah, but you guys have a Nuvo code though. The code I gave you.
I don't know.
Maybe
Kara
it's not
may
in your
have it.
slide yet. Well, if it's not there, we'll get it in there. I'm going to just paste the link though, for anybody to earn a point for Aftermath Islands. Let's see here. You will want to get your badge first if you haven't already. Basically, the Nuvo badge is, hold on a sec. You'll claim your badge first. It'll prompt you to create a Nuvo account. Okay, that's the right link. Hold on.
You've got mail.
Right here.
Wow.
Somebody
Someone's
got
got
mail.
AOL. Did you download that AOL with the disc that they gave you on the side of the road?
Uh-oh, that battery needs a changing.
Peter, how's it going?
Hi, good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
Well, my link. Are you guys seeing the link in the chat, bottom left? I'm not seeing the Nuvo link. It's not loading. I'm having a slow computer time. But it's all right.
tinyurl /
Yeah.
N2 Nuvo badge.
Yeah. So if you click that, I'm not seeing it in my chat. Weird. That will ask you for your email if you don't already have your badge. Put in your email. That's going to send you an email with a link in it. Click the link inside the email. That's going to give you a Nuvo badge. You only have to do that one time. After you do that, then you can, there's a bunch of codes all over in different sponsors' booths. And if you click their codes, then that will add points to your badge. It'll add an RP point. And there's actually a leaderboard that shows how far everyone has. You're going to level up your badge every 20 points. So you start at level 1, there's 5 levels. There's 100 points total. And then at the end of the convention, we're going to airdrop you WAXNFT badges matching your level. So you have to go all the way around and find all the codes. You have all weekend long. There's a whole bunch of them to get. But here's one of them. Let me put that in, and then we'll draw our winner.
Is that the link?
That link I put in, tinyurl.com N2 Nuvo badge, that's to claim your badge.
Got it. Okay.
And then the one that will add 1 point for Aftermath Islands is right here. tinyurl.com / Aftermath Islands 0037. So if you click that one after you have your badge, that should add a point. And I'm going to do that real quick, and then we will draw our winner. And then we will mosey on over to Pinup Warlords. So it was awesome having you guys, Aftermath Islands. All right, there you go. My badge worked. So if anybody has troubles with their badge, let us know. It was a great presentation here, a demo, like we've already said. Follow them on the Twitters. Go into their Discord if you want to get into it. Maybe enter the metaverse, start playing around, seeing how you like it. Start getting some NFTs.
Thanks so much for having us here. Really appreciate it.
Of course. All right. Let's draw a winner. A winner of the common pin for the bounty block for this hour is going to be Gabox Trike 35. Gabox Trike 35. That's your wallet. Congratulations. Oh, there you are. You're in the Twitch. Congratulations. You got a common pin. Everything will be sent out after the weekend. Don't have time for all the delivery during the weekend. But there's going to be all sorts of stuff going out. So next week, everybody should hopefully be starting to get some things into your wallets as they're delivered. All right. So thank everybody for joining us, learning a little bit about Aftermath Islands, being involved, asking questions. It's awesome. Hopefully, if you like what you saw, you can join the community and learn even more, get into it. Let's go ahead and mosey on over to Pinup Warlords, which is in this hall. It's just right over there. We'll wait for those guys and then move on forward.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Till next time. All right, let's go.
One hour later.
Indeed. Hello.